Hello friends, and welcome to the April Ministry Field Report. We like to move these things around and show up at different locations, and today we're at the Food Warehouse right here in Greenville, South Carolina, and I'm with Bill Shell, the director of the Food Warehouse. And Bill, this is a cool place to work, man. It honestly looks like, it makes me think we're in like the Bronx or something in New York. Doesn't it look cool? I hope it looks cool on camera.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, that's a high compliment. But we are here for a reason today. So we're talking about the food needs that we have here. And we do this periodically where we've got shortages of certain things or maybe a lot of things. And so Bill's going to talk about specifically kind of what the outlook is here right now at the Food Warehouse.
Yeah, so right now is kind of a lean time of year in this kind of business because we get a lot of donations toward the end of the year in the holiday season where all our canned food drives come in, and we're blessed this past year. Matter of fact, if you look around in some of those shelves, you see that those shelves were absolutely full and packed and overflowing. And when it started this year, and by now, 4 months later, all that is empty. And that's typically the way it is, but we've served a lot more people this year than we normally do, and that's great. That is a fantastic blessing that we're able to do that. But some of the things, particularly the dry goods, canned foods, some of those are going down too quickly, and we're afraid we'll probably run out before middle of the year. So that's what we're here doing.
Yeah,
is just talking about that. So I mean, we're in need of things like coffee and mustard and ketchup and salad dressing, pasta sauce, canned fruit. We need a lot of canned fruit. The breakfast meats, things like that we have that aren't refrigerated, those that the shelters and others can use, the foster families can use those too. So sugar is absolutely something we don't have on the shelf either. Canned meats, canned dinners like chili and beef stew.
Okay.
Other good ones.
Okay, and that's a very specific list because those are specific needs. So it's kind of like a baby registry. Go get that thing off the registry. So we intend for you to get those if you can. I do want to mention that people can actually do deliveries from the grocery directly to you guys. That's something that we kind of discovered during COVID, and that works out really well, right?
Yeah, it works out fantastic. Either Amazon or Instacart or any of those things like that. We have a list on Amazon that you can go to and have it delivered here, or any of the Instacart deliveries work really well too.
Yeah, so they need to know our address, right, if they do that.
Yep.
And what's our address here?
Our address is 725 Keith Drive, Greenville.
There you go, 725 Keith Drive in Greenville. We appreciate you guys. It really does make a difference. We talk all the time about not only wanting to give somebody bread to eat, but the bread of life. And this is a great inroad to sharing the good news of Jesus with people and meeting their physical needs right where they are. Again, the Food Warehouse not only serves as kind of like our own Costco, so to speak. Our different kitchen managers will come in here and shop this location for their individual needs at the shelters that they're at, but we also distribute food directly to the community, also to our foster families in need. You guys will have 1,000+ people come in here throughout the course of the year.
It's easy. We have all the foster families, or a lot of the foster families actually come here and shop. We have the shelters, which come either once a day, or some of them come once a day, and some of them come once a week.
Yeah.
But 650 people in our beds every night, that's a lot of food.
Yeah, just the Greenville Rescue Mission alone, for perspective, the Greenville Rescue Mission has 142 beds. So they may have 100+ guys each day that need to eat 3 meals a day. So imagine cooking for 100 people 3 times a day. So they're a frequent flyer, right? They're a frequent visitor.
Every day.
We've got a couple other things. Thank you, Bill, by the way, and stay on camera with me. Don't run.
Okay.
But a couple of other things that have been going on around the ministry. We just celebrated Easter, and what a wonderful time that is as we look toward the cross and look toward what Jesus did and his resurrection. And we want to tell people about that year round, but obviously there's a special focus around that this Easter. And you guys, you played a part in that. Several churches, just to name a couple, and this is not an exhaustive list. We know there are a lot of churches out there that have done things with us this Easter, but Locust Hill recently did kind of a play where they told the story of someone who was struggling with addiction. They actually ended up telling the story of one of our staff members, and she joined them, and they ended up doing the play at our Greenville Rescue Mission throughout the Easter season. We also had places like Elevation, who showed up and led worship nights at Renewal. So many of you guys have done some wonderful things to make Easter here just a joyous time as we celebrate the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. So thank you for that. We've got a couple of things coming up that we'd love for you to know about. You know, we're getting closer to summer. It's right around the corner. June is a month and a half away. And we have our Kids Ninja Challenge. It's going to be coming up, and it's going to come quick, but it's going to be on August 12th. So mark your calendars now. Registration will be open for that soon, and we're excited. Last year we had 450 kids run. This year we're hoping to have 500 kids run. And it's a peer-to-peer fundraising event, but there are some really neat prizes out there for your kids. And when I say really neat, I mean some really cool stuff for your kids to possibly win, and at the same time raise money to support the children that we have in our care. One thing I want to tell them about too, we had something interesting take place this past month. One of our own, her name is Kelly Leach. She works in our foster care department. Her husband is an open ocean swimmer, which is unfathomable to me. But he just swam a 28-mile open ocean swim in Hawaii to raise money for psychiatric needs for children in our foster care program. So huge thanks to Steve for doing that. He was telling us some crazy stories about what happens to your body when you spend that long in salt water. But we'd love to show you some pictures of that. Hopefully we can here on this field report. And again, just stay tuned for our statistics here right at the end. But we appreciate you guys. We love you. We thank you for being the hands and feet of Jesus, for making the work that we do possible. Lives are being changed here, is all I can say. You know, Bill mentioned 650 people in care. That's 650 people in care who are having their physical needs met, and they're hearing the good news of Jesus. And that's the bell. That's the bell. Time is up. But we appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later.